It's 16 past 2. Good afternoon. Fresh haircut from yesterday. Feels beautiful. Got myself a paper cut folding cardboard, ironically. Let's get some light on in this area to talk about. What about some background props too? Yeah, that looks cool. Does it? I can't tell. I'm just assuming it looks cool. I've narrowly avoided, well, didn't avoid catastrophe. Catastrophe came my way, but I kind of narrowly avoided having it larger than it could be. You know how my iMac was just, hey, see how I touched my eye as I said iMac? That was completely subtle. Didn't mean to do that, wasn't planned. You remember how my iMac was shutting down randomly? Well, it went for about 2 days without any problem, and then completely out of the blue, I was actually using a sticky note, so not an intensive process at all, and it shut down. So my first thoughts was Final Cut Pro was causing some kind of havoc, and it might have been a corrupt file or a corrupt project or a library, but it wasn't, because lo and behold, it kept happening and kept happening and kept happening, and it would happen on any program, even when Final Cut wasn't open. And it happened so often that it became unusable. So now you'll see I've swapped out and I'm using my laptop here while my desktop just sits there gathering dust. But I have done my research and I've done my due diligence, and apparently the late 2014 iMac, which is bingo bango, suffers from power supply failure, and once it starts happening, it'll never stop until you get it replaced. Now, unfortunately, late 2014, I would have probably bought this 2015. That puts 2015, 16, 17. That puts my 3-year Apple Care. You know when you want to whistle and you can't? That puts that right out of the window. I have no Apple Care on this. So the conflicting issue is, do I jump on a train carrying my iMac in a box, the big Apple box, so the whole train knows this guy's got an iMac under his shoulder, all the way to Sydney town to go into the Apple store to say to them, I know what the problem is. You look on the website, on your forum, the Apple forums, it's a common issue. Can you guys just replace the power supply and then charge me like a wounded bull, whatever it is? Then I'll come back up and pick it up. This whole process could take weeks, you know, like Apple are notorious for not doing something straight away. They will go around every little process to try to sort of, they might say it's the logic board or it's the CPU or it's the RAM, but we all know it's the power supply. So what I did instead was I ordered one from iFixit, and I am going to fix it myself. And the way I've avoided catastrophe is that I never keep my working files on the machine. I only keep applications on the machine. So to use my MacBook Pro was a simple case of just unplugging Thunderbolt cable from iMac and plugging it into here, and bam, I've got the exact same setup to work from right here on my laptop. Sure, it's not as functional. I've got the mouse, wireless mouse plugged in, that's all great. The only thing that I'm missing, obviously, is some internal program settings, such as, well, I tried to set up Wirecast on here for my live stream, and that was not going to happen. That's too CPU intensive. So I did stream with no hiccup. You know, you leave it off, and I turned it on like 20 minutes before the stream, and I was like, any minute during the stream, this could just shut down. I got my whole stream done, and it didn't shut down, so I turned it off. So iFixit is an American store, so it could take about a week and a half to